I'm not interested in telescopes. I really not. And if I had to just sit around making telescopes for sale, I'd be long gone. I really am not interested at all. Now, you see all these people, the reason they're connected with me is because I stand for something, for some information about this universe. They're not interested in me. They're interested in the information, and they've never seen this information put in a package before. That's the fact. All right. Keep going. Nothing's happening.
I'm trying it.
Alicia, your mirror is too deep in the hands and a little bit flat in the fingers. Somebody sticks around when he feels that he's got something to do. You know, old people that don't feel that they have anything to do and they feel that their friends don't love them anymore, they die fast, okay? People who feel that they have something to do and they've got friends whom they care about, they don't die out like that. I'm one of those guys.
What's taking to get your head knocked out?
Get you out of the way, please. Well, the song is an old thing. It's Shankara's, and Shankara is something like 800 AD or something like that. And his view is that behind this whole universe there's just one reality. Om Vishwam Darpana Drishyamananagari Tulyam Nijantar Gatam Vaishyanatmani Mayaya Bahiriboda Bhutam Yata Nidraya Sakshi Kurute Prabodha Samaye Satmanameva Vyayam Tasmai Shri Gurutaye
On the big island of Hawaii is a dormant volcano, sacred to the Hawaiians. At an elevation of nearly 14,000 feet, the observatory on Mauna Kea is the highest in the world. At this elevation, minds grow fuzzy, muscles ache, and breath is short. But astronomers dream of observing at Mauna Kea, for here is where the answers to today's celestial mysteries may be found. To continue his work on dark matter, Tony Tyson has been granted another observing run.
This kind of research isn't very glamorous. It's a lot of hard work. The observing can go well sometimes not. It's long hours, and the successes are occasional, but when they happen, it's fun. There'll be generations of researchers after me who will still be researching the dark matter problem. Basically, all we're trying to do is to provide some limits to how it clusters and where it is, so that people can try to understand what it is. Okay, well, being optimistic, I'll put the tape on anyway. There is an aspect of being close to nature, of being alone with nature, in fact, that science has, not just astronomy, but any kind of scientific research.
The fundamental question that astronomers would like to answer is, what is dark matter? What is this stuff that does not shine? Planets do not emit light as stars do, so planets are a form of dark matter. But astronomers doubt that there could be enough planet-like objects to account for the amount of dark matter they believe exists. Scientists have turned their attention to subatomic particles that may have been produced in the Big Bang. Even today, vast numbers of these particles may be passing through our bodies every second. They may control our fate and the fate of the universe. For the amount of dark matter that exists will determine whether the universe expands forever or someday begins to contract.
Well, I think life on Earth has a lot to do with the universe as a whole. I think our perception of ourselves is somehow shaped by the way we view the universe around us. But it's difficult to go through life realizing that over 90% of everything in the universe is something you know nothing about, and it may be made out of particles that are zipping through your body even now. I think it's certainly worthwhile trying to answer that question. Build machines that will try to answer that question. Unless you take the risk and build the equipment and design the experiment and ask the question, you don't ever get any closer to the answer, and you don't ever get any closer to nature. It's just totally up to the programmer.
We have to write something like that, because you write something that is today, but I don't know what.
Astronomy has become big-budget science. Access to major telescopes is competitive. Sometimes it takes great ingenuity to conduct unusual experiments.
You get some crazy idea in your head, right, that you can't get rid of, and you want to test it. So you design an experiment to test the idea, and then you try to carry it out in the laboratory or in physics or in astronomy with a telescope, perhaps. We did a bizarre experiment in '84 by pointing the telescope at a place where there was nothing on the sky. It was done secretly because there's no way that you could get a committee of astronomers to agree that this is top priority. But when we started finding things, it got real interesting.
Tyson's chance discovery, the faint blue galaxies, became a new tool in the search for dark matter. This is the way of science. New discoveries lead not only to answers, but also to new questions.
The idea that dark matter is around us has been around since the middle 30s. It was simultaneously discovered that, on the one hand, there was something in our galaxy pulling stars back stronger than the gravitational pull of the known stars. And roughly the same time, galaxies in clusters of galaxies were found to be rushing around faster than the local speed limit, which is set by the gravitational pull of all of the galaxies that one can see. So there was something there, some extra mass. Turning back now. Drag cameras ready. You ready?
That 90% of the universe has some invisible and unknown form is an accepted astronomical fact. The puzzle of what it is now ranks as one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Stars and galaxies and scribble in our nightly logs. Ursa Major, Minor, Vela, Virgo, Volans, and Vulpecula is where we plan to aim tonight with $1,000,000 specula.
Kevin Krishunas is an astronomer who works year-round at Mauna Kea.
In hot pursuit of photons there and world-beating science. Songs like this I have actually had to write. Well, let's say I did write them in preparation to go give talks at astronomy conferences. There are a number of important considerations in choosing a site to place a $10 or $100 million telescope. You want it to be clear often, which it is at Mauna Kea. You want it to be dry so that you can do infrared astronomy. And you want to be within 50 miles or so of the ocean, because they found that you get a smooth flow of air over the top of the mountain, and this leads to very steady images.